Hi friends, Joanna here. How is everybody doing? I hope you guys are doing amazing. I was sitting down today working on some appliques now that our spring scrap cleanup is done and got rid of all my scraps, right? So that is such a great feeling. So I'm building up my applique. I guess, just to have some more here. I just want to show you, this is on a big board, so I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see all of them. But I just put them on this board here so you can see the mushrooms, the little houses, the little rain boots and trees, right? Some more super fun appliques, right? Okay, so today's video, I want to show you a little process that I use to speed up the applique process. So I use my Cricut die cuts after I cut stuff out. My Cricut, like these little birds, right? And I actually use these as stencils. So I keep these. I have a little binder, and not everything. I just whatever I use the most. Mostly like garden themes. I have my flowers here, right? And usually when you are cutting out stuff, there's usually a lot more than one. Sometimes you have bigger sheets, but because today's video is using up your scraps. Now for me, I do not use scraps on my Cricut because that's way too time consuming when you have these smaller pieces and you want to make an applique like this little flower here. This hasn't been stitched yet, but just to show you for a sample. You have these small pieces of fabric. So like I have this pile of fabric here, and each one of these has a stabilizer on the back. They either have Wonder Under or a PF 44 light stabilizer before you do any applique. So this is the busiest part of your applique. Is I just took my scrap fabrics. I've had these for a while before my spring cleanup, and I keep using these for my appliques. Some of these are bigger pieces, then they're not really scraps, but I really like these particular patterns. Excuse me, for my appliques that I'm actually working on today. I have a little folder of small scrap pieces here. They have stabilizer and everything on them, right? These are such fun vintage fabrics. A lot of my vintage fabrics, I put the stabilizer on the back. And don't discount these small pieces that you cut up, because they make cute little houses, right? Little chimneys. So much fun, right? So other examples are, let's see, like this little gnome here. His little nose, excuse the shadows guys, I'm actually on my Cricut table here. Cute little gnome. Some of these other little houses, right? Lots of little pieces go into these little houses, right? Lots of different ideas. So don't throw out your scrap pieces that have the stabilizer on them, because you can always use these for excuse me, other things, right? Okay, getting into, I got started already here a little bit. So these Cricut pieces of paper, when you were done cutting them out from your machine when you're cutting out your paper images. I keep these and I use these as stencils, just like I did with this one and pretty much most of my appliques, because this is a great way to use up lots of scraps. So like this one here, right? I got it started already, and I just traced. I used the paper from a previous project, and I just traced around the petals of these tulips because I was making some appliques here. So I was able to get 5 different tulips out of this fabric, right? So let's see here. The whole thing that I'm doing today is I won't have time this afternoon to sit and cut these out, but tonight when I'm sitting on the couch or if I'm sitting outside, I will have everything all ready to cut, and then I will be able to, put them on here and make my appliques. So today, like I said, I am just tracing these, and I'm using my Cricut cutouts from previous projects to make these. So this would be good because now I have some flowers, I have some tulips ready to go, right? So I have my birdies. I have my little watering can here ready. How cute is that, right? Some cool vintage fabrics. All right, so like for these birds here, I can trace this pretty vintage fabric here. I can trace these birds right onto this fabric here, right on the back of it, on the wrong side where the stabilizer is, because you don't want to make a little boo-boo here. So then I'm just going to clip my stencils on here, right? So now I have 4 birds, and then I can make some. I have a couple tulips here. These are bigger ones, right? I could put these on here and trace these. So I'm optimizing my scraps to my advantage just by putting my stencils. You could place them wherever you want here. So look at everything you could just trace all at once. So clipping them, you can pin them, right? And these stay pretty good once you use your Wonder Clips. Optimizing your fabric space here, and you can use whatever. So I have a little room on the bottom here. I can trace out some leaves. So look at all the stuff that you can trace, have ready to cut when you are ready to cut them, right? So from this to this, and for these here, I just use some temporary basting glue because I'm not ready to stitch these yet. So that's it. I can have some dress forms, some vintage hats, some coffee cups, right? And let's see here, my vintage ladies, right? So look at that. So I have a bunch of flowers, and then I have all of this stuff. This is a bigger piece of fabric, and I could put this into the Cricut, right? But I like this fabric because I wanted to just cut out a whole bunch of different stuff. Sometimes, I do not have the time to sit down, pull out my Cricut machine, pull out my laptop for my Cricut Maker. Sometimes I just want to be able to trace these and then go at a later time and cut them when I'm sitting on the couch or whatever, sitting outside, right? So let's try this watering can here. All right, actually, let's cut out one of our little tulips that we have already traced. Okay, so I have my little trimming scissors, and again, this is going to produce scraps. And again, those little pieces work out really, really great. Okay. Oh, my finger got stuck in here, but look how cute these little appliques look. So I'm just going to trim them. So say you're sitting on the couch, right? You're sitting outside at night having a cup of tea, which is usually what I do. I usually sit, if I'm sitting, I'll have a cup of tea and then I'll just relax. Again, so this way we are getting rid of scraps to make something really nice. Right, so make a whole bunch of these. How cute is that? You can put some extra little flowers, put a little flower on top of that. Right, add a little stem, because when you keep your scraps, these little stems are just little scraps. So you can put them in there, you could put them there, you can make a whole garden theme. So there you go. That's it. So when you have your scraps, like I said, keep them because they make great like little stems, little chimneys for your houses. Let's see here. They make cute little heart appliques. So that's it. I just want to share with you a little system that I have, that I use my Cricut to my advantage, because like I said, I will not sit on a Cricut machine with a small little piece of fabric. So if I could just trace it, have everything traced and cut it at a later date, that'll be awesome. See, now I have some flowers to add to something else. And these scraps here, I might not just keep this, but actually probably could, right? Trim off the little tiny pieces, and this could be cute for something else in the future. So thanks guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I just want to share with you just a little idea that I use. Also, I have these little hats that I make that we sell, and I also love to cut out the hats. Like these hats have different pieces to them, like, right? So that is lots of fun. You can cut out all the little pieces, right? You could design your own, use up your little scrap pieces. The hat has a little bow. So much fun, right? To have all these little accents. So thanks guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to share with you a super quick, faster idea to get your appliques done. So I have like a whole pile of them here. So right, my little gnome. There's so many different ideas you can do. Your little houses, right? Your hearts, right? How pretty are these little hearts? So I hope this inspires you to get appliquing and sit and relax, because remember, this is relaxing, this is enjoying, this is creating your own style, creating your own stuff, and just sitting down and relaxing and enjoying your cute little houses. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry for the shadows. Like I said, I'm on my Cricut table here and the light is actually too much, but I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will be talking to you soon. Thank you.